Um, I forgot that I did this. We're recording these episodes slightly out of order. So the intro you're about to hear references the Barry Castle episode, not last week's episode where Jack talked about spooky stuff. So that's the context. All right, bye.
Croeso, and welcome to Tales for Wales. We're sorry to interrupt this broadcast. This is breaking news. Last week, a shoddy episode of the Tales for Wales podcast was released, and we now go live to one of the co-creators of the pod. Franks, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm ever so sorry, my lord. I was struggling with my mental health and that, and I was so tired. Oh, forgive me, my lord. I promise not to do so shoddy podding again, my lord. Sorry.
I didn't know you were going to go that way. For the listeners, he said, I've got a surprise for the intro. And I was just thinking, it's going to be a little bit of whimsy. I didn't think you were going to go full-on skit.
We're into skits now. I just felt like last week's episode, aka yesterday's episode, was dog shit. And it was just on my mind. And I was
You're far too harsh on yourself, mate. I love as well. It's like mental health. I was tired. Any excuse you can throw on it, yeah.
Mental health, my lord. I was down in the dumps, my lord. I also
I've had a touch of the melancholy, lord. Sorry.
I feel so good today. It's because we're on holidays tomorrow. We're on Ollie Bob's. We're having a laugh. And work has been fucking dire this week. But my last big thing was yesterday, so today's a bit chill.
I got my last thing today.
Really?
It timed it quite nicely, and that once that's done, it's like the scene in Inbetweeners where he's holding the thing of prawns, and at 6 o'clock comes, he just absolutely drops on the floor. That'll be me come 4:30 today. See you later,
Neil.
Out of office. I'm an absolute Neil. Yeah.
No, you're Simon because you used to have his little hair flick.
As we've been over before, he had my hairstyle. Okay, I coined that hairstyle.
Also, congratulations to Jack. Huge news today. The EU has finally woken up from its bullshit agenda. Yeah, it's got with the times, and it's banning the word patty or burger when it's a meat-free cylinder disc. And this has been
thank God we've woken up, finally.
This has been one of Jack's peeves, I would say, for 10 years. You've always
I've been campaigning. Anytime I couldn't do a pod record, I was out on the streets marching for this.
So, for context, Jack always hated that they were called veggie burgers. He was like, they chose sweet veg, so they're not allowed to have it called a burger.
Let me explain my system in a not silly voice, okay?
Flag-waving maniac.
I used to think, okay, I'm not nearly as diehard as I used to be, in my youth, what you like. But basically, I used to think, if you're a veggie, right, you don't get to have something called a burger, because a burger is squished bit of meat, all right? You got your little chickpeas, whatever, patty. Thank God, the EU. And just as we've left it as well,
I know,
just a few years back, but yeah.
If you'd have known, you'd have voted to remain, whereas you were a staunch leave, weren't
If I
you?
knew this was a hot topic to be discussed, I'd have voted leave straight away. No, the other way around, whatever you said. Yeah, sorry, I'm delirious with happiness that the party police have finally clamped down on this.
Isn't it mad how Brexit was like, what was it, just 10 years ago nearly? The vote was in 2016.
I thought you were going to say, isn't it mad how it's like possibly the worst thing that's happened to the country in our generation? Yeah.
It's even if you voted for it originally, this wasn't what you voted for, so no one's happy.
No.
Like there's not a single person going, well, that worked out well.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's
that
great
happened.
that absolutely everyone's miserable at how it's
I love
transpired.
it if there was
brilliant choice.
Vote for independence, and I'd obviously vote for it, and then Wales gets decimated, and we all have to move to Korea and become North Koreans because we can't afford to
pack up the pod, start doing tales for Korea because we're pariahs in our own country. Yeah.
Or because the economy's tanked so bad that we need to start taking in the
I wonder
the
if
Korean
I'd be
yen.
like the Brexiteers, though, where I'm going, because there's every excuse under the sun now, isn't it? Where, like, well, you voted for this. And it's like, no, because I did, this, that. Would we be the same? We're going, no, but we do double our electricity. How much if we sold the water properly? It'd be all right.
Yeah, probably. I just think
we probably would be.
Everyone will just argue until we're all dead and dust in the ground.
Yeah.
That's why
let's never get anything nice. Let's all just bitch and moan with each other until we're all in the fucking grave. That's why I like the pub.
I like the pub.
Just go to the pub and it's chill there, isn't it?
We're going to a whole weekend of pub. We're going to... I keep calling it Al-Qaeda, but it's not called that. Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda.
But that's where we're going. We're going to Al-Qaeda in Spain.
Is it? I was thinking it's pronounced Mallorca, mate. But...
No, the provincial town we're going to is called Al-Qaeda. But I keep adding
we're going to be radicalised.
I know, yeah. Firing our AK-47s.
Yeah, no, it'd definitely be like one of those funny videos where you see like terrorists firing an AK and it goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And they fire it and they can't control the gun. It flips out their hand.
Yeah, I like that when it like wiggles in the sky. What's our plan of attack then for the booze? Because I know a lot of our listeners do enjoy. Sam from Creaside Tea sent me a message on Instagram the other day. Do you know those two scoundrels who robbed our fucking Welsh artifacts from the museum?
Oh yeah, the bastards.
He sent the news story and just went, "Is this you two?" about two guys who stole from St. Wagons. And I said, "Please God, don't dob us in." But I got a few people who messaged us about this because we were just as pissed off. And I don't think they found the artifacts; they found the people. But this is
they found, didn't they, a couple of English lads?
Yeah, Northumbrians. Those bastards.
Northumbrians.
You'd expect it from a
age-old enemy of Powys. Yeah, you expect it from a Mercian, but not a Northumbrian.
Come on, lads. You got more respect than that, you dogs. And you've got some new trinkets, haven't you?
I was going to say, I don't need to steal trinkets from the past, my friend, because I've got my own, okay? Yeah. Some of you might remember that I bought an Iron Age axe head from this like auction site a while back. I don't know why I earned this little gift voucher, but they sent me a thing not that long ago. It's like, I used like a 30 quid money off voucher. I'm not sure what it was. I think maybe because I messaged them and I was asking about the axe head, just like general questions. Maybe that's an auto-responsive, or someone's got in touch. Maybe they've had a bit of a bad time. Here's thank you for like bearing with us. Here's thank you. Anyway, I got that 30 quid. And I was like, I don't want it to expire and waste it. So I was telling Frank, I was just bidding on things under 30 quid that like looked quite cool. I wouldn't mind that, but I'm not going to pay like a fortune for it. And I only went and rung, I can't speak, went and won, two 12th century copper rings from Yorkshire.
Oh,
so
you have stolen it away.
English jewels.
But you have stolen it away.
Yeah, I have stolen it from from where it's from. But it's fine. I'm an art collector now, mate. I'm a collector.
It's so cool, man. I wish I remembered to do it. I just keep forgetting. And you keep not telling me because you want the trinkets for yourself. You want to hold the trinkets.
I've given you the website. You've got to keep your eyes on it, mate. These things come and go.
You did this with GameStop share prices. You didn't tell me when they were on the boom, and I bought dud shares and I lost my fortune.
It's because, right, I don't want to be like, hey guys, jump on this, and then it's like absolute dog shit. Like I got that axe head, and I was thinking, if this is like it's just a fake fucking lump of shite, then I'm not going to tell anyone about it that I spent £130.
I can't keep anything to myself, so I'm like, I got to tell everyone the first thing that's on my mind. So
it's purely for like self-preservation, in that I don't want, if it goes tits up, I don't want you guys to be like, nice one, Jack. Remember we sold us those dud GMEs, but that's actually come to pass.
Yeah, well, you sold me the dud JMEs too late. You should have let me get in on the ground floor with you when you made your millions. How much did you make with the GameStop?
Oh, I've still got like 120 quid in there, but I think I've withdrawn about $3,000 over it.
You were 10 grand up, weren't you, at one point?
At one point, yeah, and I stupidly believed the hype on those idiots on Reddit. I was like, 10 grand, that's going to be pocket change when I'm done with this share. And then, to the moon, apes go strong, whatever.
I bought shares at like 250 quid per share. You bought them at 11 quid per share. I was so dumb.
I believed the hype so much. even till like a couple of years ago, I remember us being in the pub with Glenn and being like,
It still might happen.
do you think you're still going to do it? Yeah, it still might happen. It still might happen, all right.
They did make a movie about it, didn't they? And for people who don't know,
I watched it. It's quite good.
It's GameStop, where it's like, Game, the brick and mortar shop. They were being shorted by some big bankers.
Like loads of big businesses. Yeah.
And some guy knew they were going to short them, so he bought loads of the stock, which means then you can't really short them. And it was like a game of nerves. But because everyone got into buying them, their share price fucking like 10 times. It was like 1,000. It fucking quadrupled, billion times quadrupling.
It went crazy. The people who won the most out of it. So there was like the main guy, that Roaring Kitty, who was like the kind of I don't know, he's like the leader of the movement, if you like, in a way. He made fucking like hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
And then there's these other guys as well that were like, they were like investment experts or something, small town kind of guys.
Yeah.
And they just were clever enough to spot what was happening.
Yeah.
And they made like hundreds and hundreds of millions as well.
Yeah.
And then, I've made a couple of grand. I'm not poo-pooing that.
Yeah, you put you didn't put much on. You put like a grand on, and you were up 10 grand, weren't you?
I put a grand on. I got my grand out.
Oh, by the way, we're finance bros now. We've
oh
pivoted.
yeah, sorry. This is Tales for Finance now. Yeah. But no, it was I told you boys about it, but it was a little bit too late in the market, I reckon. But I believed the hype. I thought it was going to go to the moon, as they kept saying.
Also, your mic keeps clipping, so it might just be worth. Maybe it'll be fine for the listeners, but for me, you keep clipping. So maybe we'll get a new mic with your 10 grand.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one
of JME.
Exactly. If I can stop spending money on bloody 12th century rings for 2 seconds, I'll get myself a new mic.
You're going to polish them up, the rings? Are you scared to bash
I'm thinking
them?
I might actually. I don't want to ruin them though. I'm a bit worried I'll ruin them.
Yeah.
But because they were free, I don't mind that they were free, but also they're a bit of history, I kind of respect the history.
Yeah.
I did try them on the other day, right? I had 2 thoughts.
Imagine you in your house. Ooh, look at my little ring.
Yeah, look at this.
I'm a king.
One is too small to fit on any of my fingers, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming it was either from a lady of Yorkshire or the men back then had really tiny hands.
I reckon they probably did have little hands.
Yeah, the one does fit on my little pinky, but nothing else. So either it's a pinky finger or, like I said, they had little tiny dirt hands back in the day.
Or it's a cock ring for a really small little lad. A Yorkshire cock ring.
A tiny, choded Yorkshireman. Yeah.
Are there any others? Is there any other kind of Yorkshireman?
Slam.
Our Yorkshire contingent have just dropped off.
I know, absolutely. We're going to tank in Yorkshire now. The heat map's gone dead there.
The Dales have left us.
But I did have another thought as well, and this is a bit more mental. I was like, what if I put this on now and it's like got a curse on it? And like, I love how you went, magic. It's gotta be. Yeah. Magic. And it's like a classic tale of horror where I put it on, I start getting more aggy with the wife, and then before you know, I never thought he'd butcher his wife and go on a killing spree. It was the rings, he says. It was the rings.
It's just you planting the seed, so when you're done for murdering your spouse, you're like,
I'm going to put it out to the masses and to you. It was the rings. Check out the rings. There's something in the rings.
I'd love it if you went all Gollum and you start to like lose your hair and go,
well, you'll see on this weekend, mate. By the end of it, I will be Gollum, but I don't think it's going to be because of the rings, because we're going to be fucking butchering our livers.
Yeah, it's going to be a biggie. We've got like the lounge thingy at Bristol Airport, which is such a good deal. It's like a little secret.
It's the only way to go, man.
It's like 35 quid or whatever, and it's unlimited booze, unlimited breakfast when you get there. I don't think they frame it as unlimited booze, but you can just get as much booze as you want.
Yeah, you can just get as much as you want. And because we cottoned on, didn't we, not long ago? Because if you go to the actual airport in Bristol, even if you're really early and it's not that busy, it's like fucking 17 quid for a breakfast.
Yeah, and it's just queues are always really long, and it's fucking mad spenny for anything there. Pints are really expensive. So if we go on holiday,
you know we're going to have at least like 3-4 pints before we go.
Yeah, which is a lot.
And if they were like £6, and if they're £6, if they're £6 a pop with a £17 breakfast, just spend your 35 quid. Get the lounge, guys. Top tip from your boys at Tales for Wales.
Yeah, it's worth it. Live a little. And then we got to... But although I think drinking at the airport is like a poison chalice, because like it's so much fun until you then have to get on a flight and wait.
It's pretty grim then, isn't it?
Because it's like an hour between drinks, isn't it? And then when you get off the plane, it's like an hour from getting off to your hotel.
Yeah, it's that little bit between when you leave the bar and you're queuing to get on the plane, because that takes like 45 minutes, an hour, and you just like, you get that taste in your
horrible.
Mouth,
but also, you got to wait till the plane's up in the air before the stewardesses come around.
Yeah.
like give you all that. So yeah, I don't know. I do think it's not the best pint. You know, everyone always goes on about how good the Airpoint pint is. We've said this on the Patreon.
It is amazing, but it's if you
there are
couple it
better.
with the downside, yeah.
The train is hands down the best.
I have to agree. I think, especially since having to travel for work a lot more lately. On the train beer. Every time I go away, it doesn't matter how far it is. I'm like, oh, beer on the way home. Got to be done.
It is really good. Should we get going?
I have to. Oh yeah, go on then. We'll go off. What I was going to say was not important. I wasn't going to add or detract from the conversation. Right. So today we're from
the. All right, I got to think about this. So I think I know what the subject is. From the closing down of our livers to the closing down of one of South Wales's finest pleasure resorts, we now have today's episode. Porthcawl.
Nicely done. Yes, so as Frank says, we've done an episode on Oakwood before. Rest in peace to the tried and tested end of year school trip destination.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about another famous Welsh theme park, Coney Beach Pleasure Park in Porthcawl.
I used to spend...
my sister-in-law. What's that?
I was going to say I spent so much time down there.
Oh, see, I was a Barry Island boy. Well, I know there's a division among South Walians, isn't it? You're either Porthcawl or
I think because
or Barry Island.
We used to we lived right by Barry Island, so that was just where you'd go anyway. We used to go there with all our cousins every weekend.
It was old hat, wasn't it?
Yeah, but for a holiday,
been there, done that.
Our holiday with Porthcawl, and we had my mum's friend in work had a caravan, which me, my brother, and 7 of my cousins would all share, and it was a 2-bedroom caravan. And one time, there was cockroaches. There was cockroaches all on the ceiling of the caravan, and my mum had to keep us distracted by singing songs, and we all had to just look down. I remember the cockroaches fell off the roof. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, memories. Good old
memories. Yeah. Porthcawl was a blast.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I think I went there once when I was a kid. I barely remember it. I must have been quite young. But yeah, it was always Barry Island for me. So I don't have a personal kind of connection to Porthcawl. But basically, my sister-in-law Stacey mentioned this, the one who reads the transcripts, by the way, not listens. So if you're reading now, Stacey, thanks for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, after she listened to the Oakwood episode, she mentioned it to me when she was visiting. That we should do Porthcawl because that's another big, even though I don't have a personal thing, it's a big one for especially South Wales, South Walian people. But yeah, it reminded me to do this episode, and especially because in the news I saw that sadly Coney Beach has followed Oakwood into that great big theme park in the sky, and has been shut down for good. So another Welsh establishment gone, dusted, and I reckon we should do. At some point, we should do Barry Island as well. Yeah. To do the triumvirate.
We should get Sam back on from Cruise IT.
Yeah, we should, because we've done Barry Island, the location.
Place, yeah.
We need to do the pleasure park now, don't we? And also, that's still alive, so we can do it before it goes tits up like the rest of them. Anyway, so Coney Beach Pleasure Park, or Parc Pleser Traeth Coney in Welsh, was a small amusement park in Mid Glamorgan that originally opened in 1918. Apparently to entertain American troops returning from World War One. And it was named as a tribute to Coney Island in New York to catch the attention of our Yankee cousins, which I didn't know, to be fair.
Yeah.
I did think Coney Beach. I was thinking, Coney, what is that? What sort of possible...
That's in New York,
Welsh...
isn't it?
Yeah, because I was thinking, what Welsh... Where's that come from in the Welsh side of things? But obviously it's just named for New York stuff. Anyway, its first big-time ride was one called Figure 8, that came to the park in 1920, and this, along with a bandstand, an outdoor and indoor skating rink, 3 cinemas, a Pierrot stage, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, it's basically a stage that has a living statue on it, as well as donkey and pony rides on the beach, made the park a big hit far and wide. Coney Beach went from strength to strength, and in 1936, another notable ride was added, the Water Chute, which dominated Porthcawl skyline until the outbreak of World War II in 1939, which forced the park to close temporarily as the 15th Battalion of the Welsh Regiment was based at Coney Beach. Later on, the area would also be home to the Belgian Brigade Armoured Car Division, until both left in 1942. And I also put a comment in here. I must have been, I don't know, maybe I had a beer at the time when I wrote this, but I just went, isn't saying Belgian Brigade funny?
It's hilarious.
I'm not saying it's a fucking side splitter, but it's a Belgian Brigade. I liked it, clearly. Anyway, once the war ended in April 1946, Coney Beach got its punters back in spades. Probably because everyone was a bit fucking miserable and could do with some cheering up. But the park really hit its stride in the 1950s when it had a popularity boom thanks to putting on events like boxing matches, firework displays, aerial shows put on by the Royal Air Force, snooker and darts tournaments, and circuses. The infrastructure improvements made in Wales, like extending the M4 motorway into South Wales, also opened up the park to visitors from all over the UK. Now, as I said, I never really went to Coney Beach. I think I went there once, like I said. But apparently the famous... Oh, go on.
I was going to say, I got some anecdotes about Coney Beach, but I'll let you crack on first.
Add them on in. I was just going to say, because I don't have memories really of Coney Beach. I don't remember if these were any proper rides, but these are the ones that I researched and looked on Reddit and everything, and these are the ones that came up. So there was Beach Party, aka Afterburner, Thunderdome, Paratrooper, Sizzler, and then my wife Amy, she remembers one. She said it was a dragon ride called Nessie. And I Googled it. It is called Nessie, so you'd think Loch Ness Monster, right? But it's very dragon themed. Everything's a dragon, but it's called Nessie for some reason. I didn't get that, but that's apparently something she remembers because she used to go there quite a lot. Oh, that was my cue for you can tell an anecdote now. If you like.
Well, I was going to say, I went there with my mate Big Rod loads because we used to go to Rest Bay and which is the beach around the corner, which is like the surfers beach. And me and him used to just boogie board because we weren't good enough to surf. But then we'd always go to Coney Island afterwards. There's a chip shop outside called Chris's, which was fucking amazing. But we went on the rides on the waltzers once, post chip, and the guy spun us too hard. Dear. He spun us too hard. And when Big Rod was sick, he was absolutely spewing afterwards. Nice. And then another time, me and Big Rod went on one of the big rides. I can't remember what it was. We were so like, fuck, we're going to hit our head on this. We were like really close to hitting our head. And then someone did hit their head like a couple of months later.
Well,
I know. I'm sure you'll get.
Yeah. Oh yes, I was saying that thing about keep that thing about the waltzers in mind as well because they'll come up later.
And then one other time we went on the ride and we got stuck just before we went upside down. So it was one of the rides that like looped a loop, and the ride stopped. Like I'd say minutes before. Seconds, like 3 seconds before we were upside down. So we would have been stuck hanging upside down for ages. So yeah, I've been on three incidences of. Being quite unwell at our
and you lived to tell the tale.
I'm gonna have one of those t-shirts. I survived Coney Island.
Yeah, I put a note in here as well. Just a complete aside, but I used to go to Barry Island quite a lot with my family. But I also used to go to Quasar quite a bit. Do you remember Quasar? I used to fucking love Quasar.
I went to Quasar twice this year.
That's mental. You absolutely battering the kids like butter the gun to the nose, just absolutely mowing them down.
I've been to Quasar twice. I've went with all my family, so it was there's about 30 of us went for it in the summertime, the one in town, which is where Jumping Jacks used to be, but below ground. And it was during a heat wave, and it was so fucking hot in there. Jesus. But I came first, thank you very much, and then I came second, and I took it way too serious.
All the practice on COD, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. And then
go up the left flank, on your six.
down. And then I went with my nephew and niece in Chippenham, and that there was fucking hell. It was so horrible because it was loads of that wasn't just my family, it was loads of randoms, and it was loads of kids screaming.
You don't want that, do you?
That was really horrible. But yeah, all my parties,
just to clarify, sorry for the listeners, Quasar is a laser tag sort of thing.
I used to have all my birthday parties at Quasar down Barry Island as well.
Same.
Yeah.
Year on year, Mum would whip out the old Quasar party. Yeah. But anyway, so Quasar aside, in any case, the 90s saw the decline of Coney Beach, or the start of the decline at least, after a string of accidents, not unlike what happened in Oakwood really. Although after going through these, if I had to pick, I'd say Coney Beach takes the prize for roughest theme park incidents. And you'll see why now, because I'm going to go through them. So number one, and the one that really put a lot of stigma on the park, was in April 1994, on that water shoot ride I mentioned earlier. This incident involved a 9-year-old boy who was killed when a gantry, which is like an overhead support bridge, essentially, fell onto the track and caused several carriages to derail. This was awful, but it came out after that there had been an incident on the same ride a year earlier that wasn't properly reported because it had been caused by, quote, drunks deliberately shifting their weight and causing the boat to go off course.
God.
After the incident, as you can imagine...
There was loads of boozing down there because you are in the centre of Porthcawl, which is quite like a boozy seaside town.
Exactly. So basically, the incident in itself would have been like marred in controversy and everything. But the fact that this kind of incident was reported a year earlier, but no one really took it seriously because they just thought, oh, it's the pissheads fucking about. That put a lot of stigma on not just the ride, but on the Coney Beach as well.
The staff were all like summer jobs for teenagers or sketchy looking like carny guys.
Yeah. Mate, just you wait. It's a treasure trove of malpractice, I'd say. So like I said, after this incident, as you can imagine, no one was very keen to go on the water shoot anymore, and trust in the park in general plummeted locally. The water shoot, closed in 1995 and was eventually demolished in 2000. In that same year that incident happened, in August, a 14-year-old girl fractured 3 ribs and injured her lungs when she was launched 40 feet out of the newly opened top flip ride. 3 other people were also injured during the incident and were treated for injuries to the stomach, neck, and legs. Top flip was immediately dismantled after this. But, I mean, I think, don't be wrong, that sounds rough, the 3 ribs, injured lungs. But I think that's getting off pretty light, being thrown fucking 40 feet.
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
Also,
like, you could really get hit from
the
that.
fact they weren't like, "Oh, let's close the park down." Like, we'll take this ride off and we'll try something
You're
else.
munching your chips, walking through. What should we go on next? A woman just gets fucking launched 40 feet in front of you. Crack ribs, my lungs, and they just go, "Wow!" And they say, "Oh, don't go on this ride again. Carry on."
We'll take this ride down, but everything else is fine. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, the 40 feet. That's such a far distance for a human body to be fucking launched. Anyway, she survived, thankfully. Just dodgy ribs and a fucked up lungs.
Do you reckon she got good compo for that?
I don't know, I can imagine him being Weasley and going, well, it was, act of God or something like that.
He's a voucher to come back anytime outside of peak hours.
It's a voucher, a free bag of chips, but only a small bag.
And outside, it's in the winter months.
I can definitely imagine him being weasels and trying to get out of it. But anyway, so another one then, again in 1994, the fucking year of bad juju, apparently. This happened on a ride called the Blizzard. This time, the roller coaster overshot its exit run and injured 3 passengers. Thankfully, these were only minor, but this was actually caused by human error when the attendant was distracted and forgot to apply the brakes when the ride was meant to stop. Now, that really worried me because I assumed that these things were all automatic. My safety was in the hands of a machine, the carriage gets to a certain point, it triggers the brakes, something like that, like there's it trips something.
Surely nowadays,
I'm not expecting some fucking 14-year-old kid to be like, just remember to apply the brakes so you can fucking kill someone.
Yeah. I'm sure that's got to be that. No one's operating the roller coasters manually anymore.
But this is 1994. If this was like the 70s, maybe I could imagine it. But 1994, you'd think they'd have updated something which got, remember, kid, I know you haven't finished school yet, but remember to hit this fucking brake button when the carriage gets about here. Yeah, whatever, mate.
There's stuff going on about it.
Picking his fucking nose, just like looking at some girl in a skirt somewhere, and it's a fucking people going off the fucking carriage. Yeah, so that worried me a little bit. Like you said, you'd think it'd be automated by now, but anyway, the Blizzard the ride carried on until 2004, but then a report surfaced that the combo of its size and speed was causing excessive head shaking for passengers. So they shut it down.
Doing like a racist Indian wobble. They're all
yeah. It's basically said, look, reports have come out, it's giving people the fucking brain scramblies, all right? You're going to have to fucking shut this down. Kid or no kid on the brakes, it's giving people the old shaken baby syndrome. Anyway, fast forward to 2000, when a bolt fell out of the ride Skymaster, smashed a 17-year-old girl in the head as she was walking underneath it, and fractured her skull. So that's not even like, I'm gonna go on a ride.
Just walking around there.
Walking under, again, eating your chips, only thing I can think you're doing in Porthcawl, apparently.
Yeah.
And then, just a fucking big old nut or bolt or whatever just fucking smashes you in the head and cracks your skull open. Oh dear. Nasty stuff. Then in 2004, it was found a sex offender who had been ordered to stay away from children was given a job at the park. Yeah. That's a big drop of the bollock there from the recruitment team. In 2023, someone was call back to what you were saying, mate. Your anecdote. In 2023, someone was spun on the waltzers so hard they fractured their spine.
Honestly, it was mental.
who have they got spinning these fucking waltzers? The fucking Big Show has come down from WWE and just gone, "Wah!" Insane. Spikes your spine.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much like Rod was spun so much. It was like G-force. It was like his lips were like moving back across his face.
When you see them doing like tests to go into space, and they go,
we were trying, we were
like their face
begging the carney to be like, slow down,
please, sir, please.
And he was loving it. So
also, carnies. I know. What a great name for a people.
Yeah.
My uncle, this won't surprise you, my scummy uncle, it was a carny back in the day.
He
for a
he
time.
got strong carny vibes.
Unsurprising.
Yeah.
He does have really strong carny vibes. He maintains that like he'd never been so lucky with women during his carny years, and I just think that's gotta be bollocks.
Yeah, that's what that you often see that clip doing the rounds of like those horrible guys at like a fairground.
So like,
and he's like,
scummy
the birds.
looking,
if you'd run in the waltzers, the birds love you. You get more tar around here than anywhere else. It's like they don't look at you. You look disgusting.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah. Stop it. Stop trying to like justify your existence as a carny. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so next one up then. So fraction spines on the waltzers aside. Next one was in 2025. So this year, not too long ago actually, in August, a kids roller coaster called the Wacky Worm derailed, injured one adult and 13 children.
Fucking hell! This place should have been closed years ago.
It's hard to wriggle out of the child injurer sort of name, monocle as well. Monocle? No, what the fuck am I thinking of? Monica. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the child injurer moniker. Like when you get hurt, an adult that's going on a quote unquote dangerous ride of his own volition, that's one thing. But when the kid's just going on the Wacky Worm for a nice time, you injure 13 of them.
I swear there was also a case of people being hung upside down at Porthcawl.
These are the ones I could only ones I could find on the admittedly the Wikipedia page.
I'm just going on a quick Google for now because a lot of them is the Wacky Worm stuff. That probably was the.
It was you, mate. You were the fucking injured party. Almost hung upside down.
Coney Island hit head Porthcawl. Just doing some live research. No, a lot of it just showing up the old roller coaster. There was a fight incident. Have you read about that?
No, I haven't got the fight incident. This is mainly I've only done the ones that are due to the
actual theme
parks, like sort of negligence.
Yeah, no, I can't find it, but I swear there was a thing where the roller coaster me and my mate were on. It was like a loop-de-loop one that broke down, and people were hanging upside down for ages, and they all got really unwell.
That does ring a bell with me as well, because that was in the news. I'm sure it was.
Yeah. Oh well, the
let's just
scrubbed it from the internet.
I was going to say big theme parks fucking gone and ripped it from the internet, haven't they? So this last one here, this isn't really the park's fault, but I thought it was worth mentioning because I found that during my research, I thought it was quite interesting, or a bit unusual at least. So for those who don't know, in 2007, this is a bit morbid by the way, there was 26 suicides in Bridgend.
Yeah.
That was all over the news at the time. All young people, and there was all this talk of like suicide cults.
But there's like no connection, was there?
Yeah, it was a really eerie kind of strange thing that happened.
Yeah.
But one such person, one of the young people who did commit suicide, was found in a vacant warehouse at the park, which was very unusual. They couldn't really explain why he was there.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure if it was he or she. Sorry, but
so they found the body at the park.
Yeah, they found someone hung in a warehouse at Coney Island Park. Sorry, not Coney Island, Coney Beach Park. So yeah, that's not really anything to do with the park as such, not their fault, but it is very eerie, I thought, and I can imagine people being a bit put off by that. You know, that probably led to a decline in visitors, because why would you want to go? So it's a bit morbid, isn't it? It's a bit grim.
Yeah, it was mad though, wasn't it?
It's very strange
in that time, because we grew up as teenagers in that time, and I think it was 2007, 2008, wasn't it? That was fucking mental. I mean, it's probably too dark.
26 suicides, isn't it?
It's too. We should, to do an episode on it would be a bit too bleak, I think. So we'll just
it's very, very bleak.
Yeah. We'll just move on.
It was very strange. We'll move on.
Really.
That was my instant list anyway. And then in July 2025, they announced the park was closing permanently in October. And they very recently, as according to this record, they had a farewell ceremony on October 4th. So that was the last time anyone would be sort of in attendance there. Welsh Gov apparently have plans to redevelop the seafront.
Plans in flats,
so
isn't it?
Plans. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think
I thought it was going to be something nice, like something fun. But anyway, whatever they do, I hope they have a diligent health and safety team, because the guys who own fucking Coney Beach were not fucking good at that. They did not pass their health and safety checks. So anyway, that's Coney Beach at Porthcawl, you rascals.
Well, it took me down a scary memory lane, because I did love Porthcawl. I really did. There's a chip shop as well called Opal's that was absolutely amazing. It was called, the one outside was called Llew's and then Chris's. But I mean, my favourite things were just the fish and chips, because it is a banging
all the chips. Anywhere they're selling chips, your favourite place to go.
But now Porthcall's become quite cool. There's loads of pop-up restaurants down there that open like Wednesdays and Saturdays. And Rest Bay itself is like a really good surface beach. So, but it's also the place where the Elvis convention happens, which is like the largest collection of Elvises outside of Vegas joined for a weekend of frolicking.
There we go. Didn't know that.
Have you seen it? It's mad. It's like they get like thousands of Elvis impersonators. They go for a mad weekend piss up down Porthcawl.
Must be very, very surreal. Just in every bar, just Elvises upon Elvises.
But maybe we'll do an episode on that. But next episode we'll do. I think we're going to be doing an evening one, so we might be back on the sauce. But
yes, I think so. Next one is the first time we've been on an evening boozy one for a little while. So look forward to that. I know I am.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Deal, guys. Oh, if you can, drop us a review. And we forgot to do Patreon stuff, but we'll get over it. Catch you all soon. We love you. Bye.
Deal, pal. Ta-ra, 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 ta-ra.